So the thing that strikes me though, and again, everyone's beliefs I'm completely open to, so please don't take this as a challenge, but the assumption then of the model though is that there is the infinite lives, that this isn't the only life that you lead and off you goes, that so there's definitely a reincarnation thing I'm picking up here as well. Is that fair to say?
Well, yes. What this model is really based upon, and this has been at the core of my life work, literally working with leading scientists around the world in my entire life, being looked at both in the mysteries and studying all of the religions and the mysteries, as well as all of the sciences, very deeply steeped in the quantum physics. And at the cutting edge of quantum physics, they're now starting to see what the mystics have been saying all along. You've got two electrons talking to each other over space and time simultaneously beyond the speed of light. What it's starting to really show science is what the mystics have been saying, that this is a self-aware universe. This universe is consciousness. This entire universe, all multiverses, down to every last subatomic particle, is simultaneously aware of itself across all of the galaxies, infinite stars. So when we look at this, there's a perspective that the religions hold, is that, well, there's a God up in heaven, but that's an anthropomorphic projection. When you really come from a mystical perspective, and this is being, again, supported by the sciences now really starting to see this is the only way it can be, this universe is self-aware. And so the more we connect into that self-awareness that we already are, then yes, we have access to the ability to become telepathic, to do many things, to self-heal, to look into the future. We can see a lot of stuff happening when we really come into a relationship with this conscious being that we all are, because it is one conscious universe. And so it's the idea of non-locality, non-local consciousness, and that's a real shift from the current science, which is the current psychology thinks that, well, consciousness is just the result of our brain chemistry, and once we die, it goes away and consciousness goes. But the truth is, I could give you, which really brought me deeply into this, was all my research into past lives and near-death experiences, scientifically validated in many cases. And they were saying the same thing again and again. They're out of body, they're in other places, they're seeing themselves being operated on. You start to really look into this. It's like, well, how could all of this be possible? There's research of people that have come, back and known about themselves in other places and taken their families there to meet the people they knew in the past. There's a lot of evidence of this.
So bottom line, answer to your question is that one of the core assumptions underneath this model is that this is an infinitely intelligent universe, but there's plenty of people who've used our model who don't necessarily believe that. So there's still a lot of use in understanding humans and how they're acting at each terrain, even if you don't really believe their core assumptions, but they're definitely there in our work, and the work is definitely coming from a place of non-local consciousness. So that's what you're picking up on.
Absolutely.